Hello friend, Mike DeMora here, founder of the NCEP, the National College of Exercise Professionals. In today's video, I just kind of wanted to go over what is the definition of a personal trainer. So, when you try to look it up in the dictionary, you can't really find it. You can break it up into separate words, but you can't really find personal trainer. So let's define it. Personal means what? One-on-one or with small groups. Trainer means to systematically challenge oneself to become more efficient. I want you to keep that in your mind because we're going to use that a lot as we go through this session. So when we look at personal, one-on-one or small group, training, to systematically challenge oneself to become more efficient. So personal training would be what? To work with one or a small group at a time to systematically challenge themselves to become more efficient. More efficient at what? Now that's where it really opens up, because personal training is kind of independent. It's kind of up to you. It's not regulated to the point of this is defined of what personal training is. So we kind of want you to think, what does personal training mean to you? One of the first ways to look at it is like, what characteristics do you think a personal trainer would need for them to be good? What characteristics are you looking for? All right, I'm going to give you a little time to think about that. But when we look at personal training, we look at the number one most important feature of a successful personal trainer is that he or she cares. We use a little saying around here that nobody cares what you know until they know that you care. Let that digest there for a minute. So when we think about caring, we think about, the way I like to look at it is, as a personal trainer, you need to develop a message. What does that mean? You need to develop a message. Some people call it a following. Some people call it a herd. Some people call it whatever else they want to call it. But you kind of need to be able to broadcast to people who you are. We also define it as your why. So why do you want to be a trainer? Why did you become a trainer? Why did you now decide that you're going to go through this course, get certified, and become a trainer? So let me give you my message real quick. So my story, if you haven't followed it, is I'm going to give you, of course, the Reader's Digest version, which is a quick little version, which is something that I think you should all be good at. We have this little saying, make your mess become your message. In other words, whatever challenges that you might have been through, that is what you're probably going to be the best at being the trainer of, because it makes you an instant expert. And what I mean by that is, let's say you lost 100 pounds, right? So think of all the people that need to lose 100 pounds. Think of all the people that need to lose weight in general. Let's say 50 pounds or more, right? And you've already lost 100 pounds and you've already been able to keep 100 pounds off. Guess what? You are an expert. You are an expert. You are in the top 1 to 1.5% in the entire United States. That's right, because 98.6% of everyone who loses weight will fail within 1 year. In other words, if you even lose weight, you will gain that weight back plus some within 1 year's time, right? 98.6%. Wow. So if you've lost weight and you've kept it off and you've adapted a healthy lifestyle, you are an expert. Don't worry about this imposter syndrome or this worried about, maybe I don't have this Adonis body, or maybe I don't have these full six packs and I'm not rippling and I'm not tan all the time. That stuff means nothing. It means nothing. In fact, look, I have been certifying trainers for over 25 years, and I'm going to tell you that most trainers that look like that are terrible. They're terrible at training. Why? They're terrible because they can't even relate to someone who's overweight. They can't relate to someone who can't, be as successful as they are with their body. So to them to try to teach and to coach, it's foreign to them, right? So what I want you to think about, now remember, if you are in amazing shape and you've got abs and you're just rippling and you look like you should be on a fitness magazine, that's awesome. It doesn't mean you can't be a good trainer. But what's your story going to be? right? Remember, what is your mess? What mess did you go through? Because make that your message. So I'm going to give you mine real quick. Like I said, going back with my little story real quick. I moved to Los Angeles, California to be a movie star, right? I was a professional kickboxer and I wanted to be a movie star and I wanted to be the next action hero. And to make a long story short, everything was going along. I got my first couple parts in a movie. I was jamming, and all of a sudden I decided I was in a health club, and a trainer came up to me and said, "Hey, I got some really cool techniques," right? And within the first 5 minutes, I was injured beyond repair. That is right, I was injured beyond repair. He blew out my hip. And by blowing out my hip, tore ligaments in there. It was just ugly. I was told I needed a fake hip. I was told just unbelievable rehab. So everything that I'd come out to California to do was gone in an instant. I wasn't going to be the action hero. I wasn't going to be able to keep up with my professional kickboxing career. I was left homeless. I didn't have any money, and I was ashamed, and I was scared, and I didn't know what to do. I couldn't go back to Cleveland, Ohio, where I came. I told everyone I'm moving out to California to be a movie star, and everyone, of course, laughed at me. So here I am in California, no money, no place to live. The friends that I thought I had left quicker than I found them, and I didn't know what I was going to do. I started to think about it, and I thought, hey, I was a professional athlete. I know how to work out. I have a unique way of kind of working out, a unique system of kind of understanding the human body. I'm going to be a personal trainer. And that's what I did. I dedicated myself for the next 20 years to be the best personal trainer I could be. In fact, my whole thought was I did not want to let what happened to me happen to anyone else. And so everything that we do here is all just about not hurting someone, having a logical step-by-step progression. Okay, so that was my mess. My mess was I was injured by a personal trainer, and that's my message. I don't want to injure anyone, and I don't want to teach anyone to injure anyone. So my whole life has changed. Now, since then, in the last 25 years, I personally have certified through my company thousands and thousands of trainers. And I've made millions and millions of dollars. And I'm so blessed to be able to do what it is that I do. That's my message. What's yours? You're going to need to come up with a message. Now remember, your message might not be as fancy. It might not have as much impact. It might not have been, or it might be even more. It might be even more amazing. It might be even more going through that struggle and how you changed. But that message is going to be you, and it's going to be authentic, and it's going to be real, and that's what people want to hear. And that's who people want to be around. People that are real, authentic, and they actually lived what it is that they're talking about. So in the next few days, I really want you to think about what is your message. I want you to think about your why. Find out your why.